This is my YouTube album review channel that I'm starting up. This is my first review. The album that I'm going to review right now is Attack Attack's new album, which came out on Tuesday. It's self-titled. First thing I noticed about the album art. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know if that's a dead guy on the front or a creature of some sort, but I have no idea how that relates to the album in general. Album titles are very dumb. I don't really like them. They sound like inside jokes. To the tracks. First song is called Sexual Man Chocolate. Track number 1, Sexual Man Chocolate. Has a really sweet keyboard intro that kind of goes into a heavy metalcore breakdown. That's the outro as well. But, it's a good opener song, but you can see right from the beginning, right from the first track, that it's auto-tuned. And most of the vocals on this album are definitely auto-tuned. Because they're much too smooth for a normal human being to sing. And they're fairly high as well. Some tracks, you're like, how can he go that high, that smoothly? You see with this song, but the whole album, the lyrics are fine. You listen to some metal albums and the lyrics are offensive, and it's kind of uncomfortable to listen to. Moving on to the second track is Renob, Nevada. Best song on the album in my opinion. It's got the best metalcore elements of it.
Your voice is crying at my ears all day.
That Attack Attack does really well is catchy choruses. Even though they are auto-tuned and really high, they're really catchy and they just stick in your head and you want to sing them all day. But the third song, not very good. It's called I Swear I'll Change. It's a pop song. It has some metal elements, with the best part being about 2 minutes in where they actually bring in, well, guitars and metal. But it's something that bothers me about this album and about this band in particular, is that they can't decide whether they want to be a metal band or a pop band. It's like, make up your mind, because I'm sitting here listening to 2 really heavy tracks to start and then 2 really soft tracks, really soft pop tracks. It's like, okay, I understand, you gotta, you're throwing me off, I like the metal and I don't really like the pop part, but, so track number 3, it's not that bad. It's nothing special. And then track number 4, it's probably one of the worst tracks on the album. It's called Shut Your Mouth. It's not a very good song. It's very poppy. It's a pop song, I feel bad saying this, but it sounds like a joke. It's kind of like, we're going to throw this track in here and you guys are going to listen to it and say, oh, that's pretty funny, and then we're going to laugh about it. It's kind of fun, but yeah, I don't really like it.
Shut your mouth, baby girl, you're nothing new. Everything you do, trying to get away from you.
Moving on, track number 5, A for Andrew. Also one of the best songs on the album. It's got this creepy whistle at the start, which is actually pretty cool. It goes into a sweet breakdown. One of the heaviest songs on the album, really catchy chorus, sweet breakdown at the end. Track number 6, Smokahontas. It's actually kind of a cool title. Not gonna lie, kind of cool. It's got a really sweet intro as well. It's a bump and club beat kind of intro. You can show your friends. You're like, oh yeah, that's pretty sweet. And then it goes to metal, and then they're like, oh yeah, it's not as good anymore. Yeah, I've shown that to a couple of my friends, and yeah, they don't really like the whole metal part. But the first 5 seconds are great. But it's also obviously an auto-tuned chorus. There's nothing really special about the song. You know, no sweet breakdown halfway through that you're like, oh man, that's awesome. Whatever. Anyways, moving on. Track number 7, AC 130. The other really heavy song on the album. It's a very guttural, slow metal song. It's also really short. It's 1 minute 45 seconds long, about. It's pretty good, but it's kind of drags. So even though it's 1 minute 45 seconds long, you want it to end about 45 seconds earlier. That brings us to the 8th track, Fumbles O'Brien. It's got a really silly intro. For the first 20 seconds are pretty dumb.
Attack, attack! We back again, baby! We fresh off that jacket, baby! Hey, yo, man! It's that new joy, baby! It's that new joy, baby!
Yo, this song goes out to my boy, Adam, my boy, Dog, my boy,
seconds, and then it's actually a pretty darn good song. It's got a sweet heavy breakdown, or a couple, you know, throughout the song. So once you get past the intro, that's kind of weird. You get into some good solid metal. Yeah, the intro's like a T-Pain auto-tune intro. It's like shout a, you know, it's just kind of weird. Track number 9, it's called Turbo Swag. Yeah, Turbo Swag. Sounds like all the other songs, auto-tuned chorus, heavy verses, you know, verse 1 heavy, chorus 1 auto-tuned, verse 2 heavy, chorus 2 auto-tuned. Yeah, it's the same stuff. The best part of the song is about 2 minutes 30 seconds in, which is actually a pretty sweet song at that point. So once you get past the first, you know, 2 minutes 30 seconds, it's actually pretty good. It's got a really sweet part that I really like.
Don't hold your breath for the things that you seek. It will all burn to the ground.
Number 10. The 10th track is the worst song on the album. It's called Lonely. It's somewhat catchy, but is not metal at all. It's a pop song. And really good metal albums you can listen to over and over and over, and with a friggin' sweet song. Like a really good song, you know, and then you end with that song and you're like, oh man, that was a good ending. I want to start back at track 1, just so I can listen to it all the way through, just to hear that track, you know, whatever, that ending track again, you know, so I can listen to it over and over and over. You know, the really good albums you could just play on a loop, you know. But this really ends the album badly. I don't really like it that much. It's kind of dumb. It's a really pop, auto-tune, you know, love song. Yeah, it's a love song. Anyways, so that's the end of the album. It's a short album. It's only 10 tracks. It's not a bad album. It's better than their first album, which isn't saying that much. I didn't really like their first album. I mean, it was decent and catchy, but it wasn't really that special. So it's better than the first album, and you know, I'd give it about a 6 out of 10. You know, being something that, you know, I enjoy and I'd listen to, you know, fairly often, but not something that I'd put up there, you know, with my favorite albums. So tracks that you should definitely get. If you know, there's a couple of tracks that you need to get that you'll actually really enjoy. There's 3. I'd say track number 1, Sexual Man Chocolate. Track number 2, Renob Nevada, and track number 5, right? 5, A for Andrew. Those are the tracks that I enjoy the most, and well, that's the album. So if there are any other albums that you want me to review, you know, leave them in the comments below, or you know, just give me some feedback. You know, tell me what you think.